This video is a little bit of a departure from the normal tech stuff that I usually post on the channel, but we're getting close to the end of the year and a lot of people either want to start a new YouTube channel in 2020 or is considering continuing their YouTube channel into 2020, and I figured that this video is a great way for me to kind of give some advice on things that I've learned along the way of doing YouTube for the past year and kind of building up my channel, which has gone phenomenally better than I could have ever expected. Stick around though, because I have a gem of a piece of advice for you at the end of the video. So let the download begin. So if you're new here and you want to learn how to use and troubleshoot tech devices, plus some other cool tech stuff, we help with that. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications so you don't miss when we release some cool, helpful content. So one of the biggest things I think I've learned is that planning is definitely king when it comes to filming and distributing content in general. So if you're planning on starting a YouTube channel, or you're struggling to continue your YouTube channel, or you're continuing your YouTube channel into next year, I would say that make sure you have a plan of action for just about everything that you want to do with your channel. And that goes from everything on where you expect your channel to be in the next couple of years, or how you plan on getting your channel there, planning out your content, planning out your recording schedule, planning out your distribution schedule, just kind of plan out everything so you have it on paper. One of the best ways to make sure you stick to something is to write it down. And writing a plan of action down, something that's tangible, that you can see, something that you can act upon, really goes a long way in making sure that you kind of stick to your goals and stick to your guns when the time gets tough or when you just don't have any ideas. I can't tell you how many times I've been last minute trying to figure out what kind of video to record for the channel when I could just go to my plan. My plan is this video comes out at this time, and I have the structure kind of in place for me to go forward. It makes everything a lot easier when you plan things in advance. Another thing I learned is that you really have to take your editing skills seriously. You have to kind of research, and there are a ton of videos on YouTube on how to edit videos and distribute videos on YouTube itself. So there's a plethora of knowledge-based videos you can watch to kind of up your editing game to the next level. Editing is key and it's extremely important. This is a video platform. People watch it for the visuals and the information, but the visuals is what keeps them watching your video. Your video has to be crisp, has to be clean, and the editing has to be on point in order for people to stick around and kind of stay on your channel. So no one starts off as a fantastic editor unless you've been editing since you were a kid or something cool like that. But if you're a novice like I was, I knew nothing about editing when I started YouTube. All I knew was that you could edit videos. I had no idea how. I had to do the research. I had to go watch videos on Adobe or watch videos on Final Cut and learn how people use those things to their advantage to make the videos that I have been watching on YouTube for years now. So if you do a little research, invest a little time, you want to make sure you're continually adding something new to your editing skills to make sure that your videos are visually appealing and also crisp and clean enough that people want to stick around and consume your content on a continuous basis. So the other thing I learned is that you want to know your content. And what I really mean by that is if you're planning on starting a channel or you're doing a channel currently, make sure you do content that you know and content that you love. And there's two main reasons for that. One, it gives you the ability to really come across as an expert when people are watching your videos. You're not stumbling too much. You're not pausing too much. There's not too much cutting of your video itself, because the information kind of flows naturally from you because it's something that you yourself knows and something that you're very comfortable with. The other reason you want to pick something that you know and love is because you're going to be doing this for a while and you're going to be doing it on a consistent basis. If you're putting out 2 to 3 videos a week on a specific topic, you want to make sure it's a topic that you enjoy researching or you enjoy reading and talking about, because it really comes across on camera and people can kind of tell when you're being fake. And fakeness definitely doesn't work on YouTube. So you want to make sure any content that you're putting out is something that you're really passionate about and something that you know and love. That's why I picked technology, because I'm all about technology. I've been all in on technology since I was a kid, studied it in school, did it as a 9-to-5 working thing. So technology is kind of what I do. It's what I'm passionate about. So it's what I chose my YouTube channel to be about. The benefit that I think I can give a lot of people is my knowledge and experience with technology. So you definitely want to pick something you love, pick something you know, because it helps with your longevity and it also helps you better connect connect with your audience. So the next thing is you have to expect mistakes to happen. You're gonna make a ton of mistakes at the beginning, in the middle. Even if you stay this thing through all the way to the end and you become an expert, experts make mistakes as well. Don't kill yourself for making mistakes, and don't think that everybody is just going through recording and distributing videos perfectly without making mistakes themselves. I've made a ton of mistakes. There are videos that I've recorded where I don't have the audio connected properly, so I have no audio but I have a ton of video, or vice versa, I have video but no audio. It's just something that's happened. I've had to re-record complete videos before. I stop, I pause. The video you're seeing now has been edited down for the mistakes that I make throughout the video. You're going to make mistakes. It's just a natural fact. It's going to happen. One of the best abilities you need to develop is to be able to accept your mistakes, learn from them, and move on to the next thing. Don't let mistakes kind of cripple you or discourage you from continuing to move on and continuing to improve on the kind of content and the channel overall. Mistakes are going to happen. You just have to accept it, move on to the next video. So the next thing is, a lot of people get discouraged from starting because they don't have the proper camera, the proper mic, the lighting, the computer to edit, whatever. Now, those are just all really excuses. Work with what you have until you can get better. So you want to work with what you have with an eye focused on improving your equipment as you go along. We all have, for the most part, smartphones or some ability to record video. Content is really key when you're first starting out your YouTube channel. You want to make sure that you're making good content at the best quality that you're able to provide at the time. So that means if you only have a cell phone, record videos and edit videos and distribute videos with your cell phones. There are a ton of different YouTube channels that does a great job of distributing great content that don't have the flashy $1,000 cameras or the $1,000 microphones or the lighting itself. They just kind of put some great content out. People consume it, and as your channel grows and gets bigger, you have an eye on improving your equipment along the way, because it is a journey and your equipment is going to improve as you go along that journey. So what you want to do is, again, just work with what you have for now, but make sure that you're researching and just continually looking at the best cameras for the kind of videos that you're shooting, the best microphones for the kind of videos that you're shooting. So that way, when you do get to that point, and you will get to that point if you kind of stick with it and just kind of focus on improving every video, when you get to that point, you'll know exactly what camera you need and what mic you need. So all you got to do is pull the trigger and you'll be good to go. So next up, we have work on providing some kind of value to someone. If your videos are entertainment purposes, then your value is providing entertainment, providing a break for someone from their daily stresses. If your videos are like mine on how to troubleshooting, then you're alleviating a problem or you're trying to help somebody solve and fix a problem. You have to go in with a mentality of what value your video is going to provide to the user or person that's watching it at the other end. You want to also make sure you're focusing your video content on the thing that you know your users are watching for. If you are an entertaining video, you want to make sure your video is as entertaining as possible. If you're troubleshooting or a learning video, you want to make sure you pack as much information within those videos as possible. You want to provide just a top level of value in every video so users know when they come to your video, when they come to your channel, they know exactly what to expect and they know they're going to get it every single video, every single time. So the next thing is something that I haven't even mastered myself yet, and that's try not to obsess too much about the numbers. I obsess terribly about the numbers. I think I look at my numbers just about every day, every couple of hours, every couple of minutes. I'm still working on it, but it's definitely something that you want to learn not to do at the beginning. You want to not look at your numbers. You want to just focus on building your channel, planning your content, recording your content, and engaging with your audience. That's another thing I learned. You have to make sure that when you put something out there and people are responding to it either in a positive or even sometimes probably a negative way. I know it's a little surprising that on the internet you would get a negative reaction, but you want to make sure you're interacting with your community that you're trying to build, because the goal is to build a community around your channel based on you being the focal point and your channel and content being what they're there to see and interact with. They're there to see you on a consistent basis. So you want to make sure you reward them by interacting with them and letting them know that you are appreciative and you definitely hear and understand everything they're trying to tell you. Good and bad feedback is also welcomed. You want to make sure you're always getting better. And the best way to get better is with constructive criticism. So take it as it comes. Don't take it too personally, but make sure you're interacting with your community slowly and really just try not to obsess too much about your subscribers or your views at the beginning. So my next piece of advice is to really just start. I think a lot of people kind of get bogged down in researching what their channel needs to be about, researching topics that they need to make videos about, researching equipment that they need, and they never actually just get started. It took me so long to get started. People were telling me I should just make a YouTube channel, and I would then research what I wanted to talk about or research what I wanted to do, and then get nervous and get scared and watch all these videos and hear people say that YouTube is too crowded, you shouldn't do YouTube, you shouldn't do this. And then that would discourage me and I would put it off for another year. And it took me so long just to get started, where if I just picked up a camera, picked up a microphone and started talking about technology the way I wanted to, I could have started a really long time ago. And the same goes for you. You can start right now, immediately. Research is fine, but don't get bogged down too much in the possibilities or the what ifs. You don't know what's going to happen until you actually get started. It's crowded in every field out there. Everybody's out there trying to make a living. Everybody's out there trying to make a name for themselves. YouTube is no different than the tech atmosphere or business atmosphere. Everybody is there. They're trying to make something of themselves. Just get started, pick up a camera, start talking about things that you love and you're passionate about, and be focused, be persistent, and you will succeed. You just got to keep going. And one of the biggest things I want to suggest is just have fun with it. I am notoriously terrible at taking something that should be fun and making it too serious to be fun. But I really enjoy making videos. It's something that I wish I can do full time. I just don't have the ability to do that yet. I'm focused on getting there eventually because of how much I enjoy making content about technology, interacting with you guys who leave comments on my videos, and just talking about tech in general. Filming these videos, editing them, and getting them out into the public has been such an enjoyment. One of the best things you can do is just really just have fun with it. Focus on the aspect of you doing something that you love to do, talking about something that you love to talk about, and that will help with the longevity of your channel when the time gets tough, when it gets hard, when you're making a ton of mistakes, when people aren't watching your videos or that you're uploading and you spend hours on. You know that it's okay because I had fun making that video, and the next video is going to be even more fun, and eventually people will catch on to your content because of all the passion you're really just putting into it. So you want to make sure that you're just having fun with it and taking the time to really enjoy your journey because it's your journey. And my final caveat, the big piece of advice, is just keep moving forward. You want to keep improving day by day, every day. It's going to get tough. It's going to get hard. It's going to get tedious. And sometimes you're not going to want to put a video out. Sometimes you're going to be sick. Sometimes you're dealing with family issues. Sometimes you've missed an upload. Sometimes you don't want to keep going. And those are the days that you're just going to have to keep pushing and keep moving forward past the mistakes, past the mental exhaustion that you're experiencing. Just kind of past everything. Keep pushing, keep having fun with it, keep moving forward with the end goal in mind that you are building something for yourself. You're building a community, you're building experiences, you're building memories. YouTube can be a fantastic thing. It can be a frustrating thing at times, but it can also just change your life completely and kind of change your aspect of the world. And if you're putting great content out there and you're helping others, there's no better feeling than somebody commenting on your video and how much it either helped them or how much it just changed their perspective in total. So like I said, guys, I know this is a little bit of a departure from my normal tech videos, but this is definitely something that I wanted to get out there. If you're planning on starting a YouTube channel next year, start it right now. Don't wait. Just get started. Start putting out videos immediately. Start researching the content that you want to put out. Be different, be bold. Just get out there, put yourself out there, because you never know what can happen. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Make sure to check out some of our other videos in the meantime. And until next time, guys, peace.